studied from four different colleges. I studied from four different colleges. So I'll tell you my journey, my absolute initial journey as a student. So I finished my 10th in Bombay, and I was doing my FYGC and SYGC in India's most established and prominent college called St. Xavier's College. And trust me, I'm an extremely proud Xavierite. I still wear that confidence of being a Xavierite, you know. But yes, I was not very academically sound, which is great. I mean, I did not have to be, and there are zero regrets of, oh, I should have done this and I should have done that. I have no regrets. So, any case, I finished my 12th, and I applied while I was finishing my 12th. I applied for NIFT, which was obviously back in the day. There were just very few institutes for men, for guys. You know, there was like I think there was just NIFT. I mean, and there were around a handful of other fashion universities, fashion schools, maybe SMBT, maybe Pearl Academy, and NIFT, and maybe Sapphires in Bombay. Just about it. So I happened to give my NIFT entrance exam, and I qualified where amongst only 22 seats in India in NIFT Delhi Hoskas. And and I was super excited. I passed my entrance exam, my group discussion, my situation test. Uh, somebody's Yeah, please be on mute. Okay, yeah.
Guys,
So I
keep
finished.
yourself
Oh,
mute. Thank you so
thank you.
much.
Yeah. So I passed my all those possible examinations to acquire a seat at NIF, and trust me, it was the most amazing. It was the biggest kickstart of my life. Like I was over the moon and super excited. Be like, wow, I'm to life with times. To my good luck or my bad luck, I have no idea. But I did not score 50% in the 12th, and that was the eligibility criteria of NIFT. And while I was in the midst of my foundation course, that was I completed almost 2 months of a foundation course. I was told that I did not fit into the eligibility criteria, and I had to leave the institute. So I was obviously very disappointed and let down. Oh my God, I passed my entrance exam, I passed my group discussion, I passed my situation test, I passed my interview, and yet I do not qualify. So, what do they require? Because I got a 44 in my 12th, and they wanted a 50% and up. So, yeah, so it was very disappointing, and I had to leave NIFT and come back to Bombay, completely shattered. And at one point, I mean, now people understand what the word depression is, because it's something that is accepted, analyzed, and taught. But that time you're just sad, you know, a different level of sadness. But in any case, I got back to Bombay, and somebody told me about one institute, just one random institute, you know, and um, I happened to join that institute, and that was the becoming of Ken Ferns. And that institute was, it might have been a concrete institute, but what makes your institute the most amazing thing is not its infrastructure, it's your faculty, it's your teachers, it's the people associated with your institute that makes an institute. Okay, so in my good luck, I had the most amazing team that trained my entire batch in the field of design for over 3 years. Unfortunately, one second, hold on. Unfortunately, uh, one second.
I have muted all the participants. Ken, whenever you want, you can unmute yourself. Okay.
Thank you. I was just trying to unmute myself for the past 2 minutes.
Okay.
Anyway, so yeah, I joined an institute in Bombay, and unfortunately, with their management, the institute shut after a year. And then Vigan and Lay happened to come to India, and Vigan and Lay needed students, and we needed a college. So we actually signed up with Vigan and Lay, and we got admission directly into the second year. After a point, Vignale to its own requirements was managing the institute in a very bizarre manner. And I think by that time, my batchmates, we had the strength or the courage to quit colleges or to change colleges, and we changed the college. We quit a college, an entire batch quit a college, and we moved to another college that gave us shelter called Rahejas. But the beauty of my journey as a student was in every college or every infrastructure or every campus that we went to, our faculties followed us and we followed our faculties. So our foundation, our education, our treatment was always constant. Our buildings changed, our venues changed, our infrastructure changed, but the roots, the teachings of our gurus was constant. Hence, I always respect my teachers, and I'm very endeared towards them. And even till date, I'm in touch with all my faculties, whether it's college, whether it's fashion, because they are the ones who actually taught us. And teaching is really a thankless job, you know. I mean, I still teach. I'm still teaching since 18 years. This might be my 19th year of teaching, but I love to interact with students. I love to inspire. I love to teach. And in my good space, I am part of an industry, and I'm part of academics as well. So that makes it a very very strong combination for an individual like me who can express, teach you industry values, teach you things, share experiences about the industry, as well as absolutely what is in the books and the things that you need to know and learn and study. Okay, so that was me being a student. And in my third year of fashion, I won a national level apex trophy. It was a national award basically for the young student designer in the country. When I won that, I got a lot of opportunities to work with the biggest of companies like Raymond's and a lot of big companies back then, and who were ready to really pay me a real huge amount, a huge salary back in the day. You know, I mean, I'm talking about like say what 15, 16, 17 years ago, and people were ready to pay me like 40, 45,000 per month that time. But I was never really intrigued about working with a company or working under someone, or you know, I always thought I should do my own thing. And sooner or later, I started lecturing in fashion. I was always good at illustration, and I was very good at expressing. I was good at writing. Fashion writing has been my strength too. So my faculties asked me, why don't you join in as a क्या बोलते हैं, visiting faculty? And I was like, that's the last thing that I think I can do is teach. And I just tried my luck at teaching. I started teaching at SMDT, Juhu, and all the most amazingly successful designers, whether it is Sonakshi Sinha, who's now an actress, Masaba Gupta, Sonakshi Raj, and many stylists and Siddhartha. They've all been my students. In fact, they used to come to my house, and I used to take tuitions as well. And I started teaching, and I didn't realize that I was teaching. I was teaching almost everywhere. I was the most sought out lecturer of fashion. The institute that did not offer me a seat. I taught there for a good 10 years. I taught at NIFT Bombay for 10 years. I taught at various other colleges. I mean, I don't even want to name them because it's just been too many. So while I was in my teaching career, I always wanted to do. See, I never strived. I've always tried to do something more and achieve and explore. I have never settled, and I don't. I'm not the kind of person that who settles, which is why I said my my endless journey, because I don't want it to end. I don't want a full stop. I want it to just keep continuing till I can pull it off. You know what I'm saying? So in my whole teaching years and stuff like that, I used to experiment on myself. I used to experiment on people, on friends, and try to make something impactful in the field of fashion, and uh, try to bring about certain change with students, make them, really inspire them to do something totally different.
Hello, is there any concern, Ken? Hello. Okay.
Yeah, sorry. This mute and unmute thing is quite a complicated scenario, I believe. Anyway, so yeah, like I said, I always believe in experimenting and reaching out, and I started experimenting on myself, and sooner or later, I started getting opportunities to work on small projects here and there, and I used to work for free. I used to work so that I could kind of show people what I could do. I could, express myself. I could show people what I could do and not really charge money. I wanted an opportunity. And remember, guys, remember all you students, anyone can make money, but everyone doesn't get an opportunity. So always evaluate. When you get a good opportunity, please take an opportunity, because people don't get that. Okay. So I started getting opportunities um, to show my work, to experiment, to try something new. And I never left those opportunities. I always took the best use of, I always made the best use of those. And sooner or later, I started getting bigger opportunities. And little that I knew that I am slowly making my way to the industry. And one fine day, I was, as a student also, we were always invited for fashion weeks. And Lakme Fashion Week, obviously, that was being in Bombay. We were called there, backstage helpers, and when there were empty seats, we had to fill those seats just to sit and clap, because अच्छा नहीं लगता ना ऐसे सीट खत्म खाली है और फैशन वीक चल रहा है. So I remember one day, I'm sitting on the back seat, and and some designer, honestly speaking, I don't even remember the name of the designer, but the clothes were atrocious. The clothes were horrible, and I'm like, my God, such designers even exist, and they are showcasing at Fashion Week. How is that possible? And when will I get a chance? When will I be on that runway? When will I be able to show my talent, my design, and impress the world with what I can, what I vision, what I believe in. And with the grace of God and my determination and my hard work, it happened. One fine day, I was showcasing at Lucky Fashion Week, and the moment you walk down that runway, and it's an amazing feeling. And in the history of designers, I am one of those very few designers who actually got a standing ovation by the entire auditorium at my fourth season at Fashion Week, I believe. I don't know what season, but when I walked down that runway, every person stood up to applaud. I mean, I can't express that feeling. It's magical, And I think I was made for this field, in a way that there is always a certain kind of appreciation that I've received. So what I did was, I was never interested in doing one thing. I always, like, for me, I'm a design person. So I always tell people, you should be a design person. Tomorrow, if I tell you design a lamp, design a table, design a chair, you should be able to do so. Maybe in the aesthetics point of view, I'm not looking at technical aspects. I'm talking about just the design, maybe exterior. I'm not saying get into the crux of it. But as a design individual, you should be able to design all kinds of things, and that is where my residence of design is. Like, I can design anything, which is why I have always ventured into various fields of design. Coming to the point is, there are so many fields, there are so many avenues of design. There is fashion, okay? Then there is in fashion, there is retail, there is couture, there is costume design. Today, styling is such a big terminology in the industry. Styling is such a big profession. Uh, so there are various kinds of stylists, and especially in the entertainment world. Let me tell you one thing, guys. Let me share with you. Mine is the only industry that did not really go to the worst phase. Like, a lot of industries shut, businesses shut. But this pandemic was the biggest realization about, the importance of design. Like people know. Excuse me. Sorry, a little cold. So, like, people are completely aware of this stanza, roti, kapda, aur makan. Well, kapda comes right in the center, and thankfully, even through the pandemic, nobody was sitting naked in their house. Everybody was wearing clothes, and everybody wears clothes, and everybody wears clothes and changes clothes at least 3 to 4 times a day. Like in my TEDx speech, I mentioned, you wake up in the morning, you go to work, you change your clothes, you come back, you go out with friends, or you go for a movie, or you go to a club, you change your clothes again. You come back, you go to bed, you change your clothes again. So subconsciously, you are actually changing your clothes minimum thrice a day. And if you have a certain kind of a profession, if you're a pilot, if you are an engineer, if you are of a certain profession, you have a uniform to wear as well. So that's also part of a wardrobe, and that's also somebody has designed. So you see, you can't escape design, you can't escape wardrobe, you can't escape clothes. You are ultimately going to be wearing it, whether you're on the moon, whether you're in the laboratory, whether you're in the army, whether you're, you know, I don't know, dancing on a stage, whether you're going to school, whether you're firefighting. I mean, whether you're serving in a five-star hotel or mid-air, you have a wardrobe. You have a certain kind of clothing, and that clothing has been designed by someone. So there is a designer somewhere who's designing an entire world out there, from various variations of fabric and clothing. So that's how big the industry is. I mean, what you see on television and films is the smallest part of this industry, you know. But it is something that completely enamors everybody, and everybody gets completely excited by celebrities, by pop stars, by singers, by sports personalities, and today there is a new term. क्या बोलते हैं उसको? Social media influencer. I mean, you need to be an influencer regardless. Like, I have been an influencer, whether social media existed or it did not. Yeah, social media does give you a bigger bigger subscription. But an influencer is what you need to be. Okay, wherever you are, in whichever Gao, Taluka, Panchayat, college, university, You need to be an influencer there. You need to rule. Okay, and that's what I started doing. I subconsciously I took on various projects. I designed uniforms for the biggest companies in India. Like I remember, I can be very very open and tell you guys, like at the age of 23 or 24, I probably must have had some 3,000 rupees in my account, and I got a project wherein I had to design some uniforms for SR group, and I took it on. I had to design some 21 outfits and 21 uniforms, blah, blah, blah. I took it on. I designed it. Then the person told me, why don't you also try to make it, as a master sample, whatever. I took that up also. And I did not realize that within 6 months or within 8 months, I had a turnover of almost 1.5 crore, um, just designing and producing uniforms. And then I was like, oh my God, this is a crazy industry and there is so much of scope. But obviously, uniform design, what I did was production and all of that was really hectic. And I am definitely a more creative soul. I love more, I like practicality, but I love creativity. I love, I've always done fashion weeks not to sell. For me, fashion is art, and art needs to be exhibited. And those who understand your art will buy it. My art is not for everyone. So I am not available everywhere. I don't retail everywhere because I don't care. And I think that's the kind of attitude that has got me to where I am today. Because people, if they want something ostentatious, if they want something crazy, if they want something creative, they know where to go. So people used to ask me, like when I was a student also, when I used to watch FTV and when I used to do these crazy fashion, people used to say, "Arey, ye kaun pehenega?" My answer to them was, "Bhai, ye aapke liye to hai hi nahi, to aap chinta mat kijiye." People always tend to let down or put down people who are creative. Like, this is so weird, this is so orbit, this is so crazy, ये कौन पहनेगा? अरे भाई, यही तो बात है कि somebody or the other in the world designed a Superman's outfit and made him wear his underwear outside. But today, it's an iconic uniform, it's an iconic costume, and nobody can change it in the world. So, somebody who does movies like Narnia, Lord of the Rings, and so on and so forth are those crazy creative individuals who do not care for retail, who do not care to sell, who care to design, to create, and never find yourself short of being weird or being abstract or being out of the box. Please be, and you never know. You will create a market. Don't try to fit into a market. You can create a market. Like I have done that. I've never tried to fit in. I just do what I feel like doing, and I invariably have created a market. So that should be the kind of funda. That should be your motto in life. Don't try to fit in. You are not here to fit in. You are not. You haven't chosen home science and you haven't chosen engineering and medicine or whatever basic normal things that people do. You are a creative field. You can design a whole goddamn world out there. Your scientists also come to designers eventually for an outfit. Nobody's walking around naked. So you are on such a up you're in such an upper hand. I mean, people. You have all kinds of clothing, whether it's sportswear, whether it is maternity wear, whether it is lingerie, whether it is protective gear, whether it is party wear, whether it is wedding. I mean, people get married twice and thrice today. I mean, it's amazing. Good for us. Everything, every occasion has celebrated, and everything that's celebrated is to do with wardrobe. I mean, if people are dying also, there is a wardrobe that comes along with it. So you see the magnanimity of apparel, of design, of the wardrobe, clothing. It's something that is just going to be there, and you cannot do anything about it. And if you are in a field to add more creativity to it, to add more spunk to it, to add more newness to it, you are in the right field, my friend. There is so much that one can achieve, and like today people associate me with like shows like Big Boss and Jhalak Dikla Ja and all, because वो जो है ना, वो जो बोलते हैं ना, जो दिखता है वो बिकता है. मैंने बहुत कुछ काम किया है जो इतना इतना पॉपुलर नहीं होगा, बिकॉज ये शोज जो है ये सारे बहुत नामी शोज है, उनकी पॉपुलैरिटी लेवल बहुत हाई है, तो उसी की वजह से मेरा एसोसिएशन gets me more popularity. But I still tell people, like, don't just introduce me as a Big Boss designer. I mean, I've done a lot more credible work in the industry. I mean, but yeah, I can't take the fact that I am the only designer in the goddamn world who's doing Big Boss Hindi. I mean, so I do take pride in that, and I have given the television industry a very, very different sense of style, and I have upgraded the style quotient and made it more classy and more dignified and more individualistic rather than just being iska copy, iska ye, uska wo, you know. And it's been this is my 8th year on this. I completed 8 seasons on Big Boss and Naksh Baliye and Jhalak Dikhla Ja and various other shows. Like right now, I'm styling Tushar Kanya for Dance Divane. I've been part of Dance Plus. Basically, I've been part of most dancing shows. And you know why I chose it? Because there is so much of creativity in that. Because there are so many kinds of dance forms, whether it is Kathakali to Kuchipudi to hip hop to jazz to ballet to uh, contemporary to Odyssey to I don't know what not. And I've done it all. I have absolutely done it all. And it's so much of freedom of design. Like dance is a freedom of expression. Through that, I have got my freedom to express my clothing, and that is what gave Ken Fern's very big visibility in the television industry. Like because of the changes I brought it, and I will continue to do so as and when I have the opportunity to. Yeah, I have done various kinds of projects like stage performances for celebrities of all kinds, like IFA, ये वो awards. And the best part about the industry is जो भी हो सब नाचते हैं, जो भी कहाँ पे हो नाचेंगे, शादी हो, किसी का मुंडन हो, किसी कोई अवार्ड सेरेमनी हो, कुछ भी होगा, नाचना जरूरी है। और नाचेंगे तो कपड़े चाहिए भाई, और कपड़े चाहिए तो रिक्वायरमेंट मुझे आती है। तो आई हैव very subconsciously, taken different paths in this industry, and I'm kind of I put my hands into all categories of design because I never have a dull day. I'm always excited because every day is a new day. Every project is new. Every delivery is new. I have done Ambani's wedding, so I have done like 350 outfits in like 5 days. That is another project. I do films, I do uniforms, I do styling for various celebrities. I do fashion weeks. I teach. Um, so I'm always occupied in a certain part of creation in this industry, and always being able to contribute to uh, something new, and always bring about some kind of change, which is really exciting. And I'm very happy that Rikhil called me and asked me to address to you guys. I'll tell you guys, I'm really busy. I'm literally looking at my watch clock. My team members are like, sir, ye kaam hai, sir, wo kaam hai. And I'm looking at them like, I said, please don't disturb me for 1.5 hours right now. I'm really occupied. And I'm like, don't come into my cabin right now. I'm really busy. And they're like, sir, we have a meeting. Sir, we have this. So I have a very long day today, guys. So I'm not going to pull it so much, but I want to have an interactive session with you guys. And there is a lot more that I want to talk. There's so much that I want to share with you guys. I have told you things in a nutshell. But let me tell you one thing is that you are at the right place, and you have a right leader right now, Nikhil, to take you through your journey and make it a memorable one. But remember one thing: you need to be a very diligent individual. Diligent. You are a student today. You need to be a very very diligent student. I was one. I never completed my assignments on time all the time, because, and strangely my faculties were little partial with me. Like, I had students, if we wanted to get 60 sketches, no, they used to get 70, and I used to get like 40, and I used to still get more marks. But the 40 sketches that I used to get were I mean, the effort that was put in those 40 was as good as putting in 400 sketches. So it was always quality over quantity, and that should really be your key in life. You need to really be qualitative and look at quality. Like today everybody's on their phone, everybody has a phone, and people are constantly up and down Instagram, Facebook, blah blah blah. But what are you following? Who are you following? What are you viewing? What are you watching? You are spending minimum 2.5 to 3 hours of your day on your phone. And in those 2.5 to 3 hours, what is the kind of content that is kind of, because people have stopped reading today. It's all about what you see. And what you see is what you will absorb. So what are you watching? Who are you viewing? What are your observations? So that is something that you really need to introspect. You know, I don't know how many of you guys go to a library to read. Excuse me. I don't know how many of you all go to libraries or rent a book or read a book, but I know that everybody's on their phone. So you need to be very choosy about what you read and what you see and what you follow, because visual impact is very important, and visual impact is going to train you in your subconscious mind. So be very wary about things. Don't just follow big celebrities because they have achieved something. When you need to follow people who really inspire you in your capacity as well. So I just always give this little information to millennials, because if people get really out of hand and do not have a direction, and my generation, people of my generation, literally have seen it all. Literally have seen it all, from your floppy disks to your CDs to your, I don't know, Bluetooth, and उसके पता नहीं infrared है, पता नहीं क्या क्या आया, क्या क्या गया, और पता नहीं क्या क्या आएगा. But हमने देखी है, and maybe that is why I am so grounded and humble, because I've seen it all. And I come from humble beginnings. Like I come from a normal I have come from a normal lower middle class family, and every step of growth has been mine. Obviously, my family was very supportive, so they let me do whatever I wanted to. I was initially always ridiculed, made fun of कि ओ इसको designer tailor बनना है, दर्जी बनना है, ये है वो है. And like today I'm like, wow, thanks. Like, really, I feel I don't feel proud, but I feel like a sense of satisfaction when I am addressing people today. And I once I was ridiculed for the kind of profession that I choose, and today the same people come to me, भैया मेरी शादी हो रही, मुझे कपड़े बनवाओ ना. So it's amazing how the world comes back to you, because you are to provide something very essential, and that's clothing. Okay. So I would want, if you guys have any questions, because I do not want to give you all the possible gyan today, because there is so much. When I teach you guys in the future, we are going to cover certain topics. We are going to cover, how do you come up with design collections? How do you get inspiration? Because you guys have all entered the field of fashion, but not everybody is creative. Not everybody gets inspired. So there for those who aren't mentally, subconsciously trained, there are certain kind of trainings that I have developed, wherein I really help you, come up with some creative methods, and teach you how to get creative. So that is obviously going to be in our further sessions, where we cover topics and learn and get into the whole whole game of design, fashion, styling, costume, corporate, lifestyle, designers, brands, labels, all of those things. But right now, I think if you have any questions,
Okay.
doubts.
First of all, Ken, thank you so much for taking out time today, because I know when I called you up, you were all busy, and you did tell me that I'm so much busy that I want even yesterday's to count as my work days. I remember that. Another thing, guys, I have muted you all earlier, and I changed the permissions also. Now you can unmute yourself and ask questions, but I would request if you can ask that one by one, so that we can hear it properly. And can also can
Nikhil,
answer it properly.
what I can suggest is let the students put down their names on the chat,
Okay.
and you can just call out to one student in a systematic order, and they can address, because
Okay.
I'm a pro at these online classes right now. I know when
I know, I know, I know,
the
I know.
students suddenly
So,
everyone Machi Bazaar will happen right now, and
okay. Okay, we'll do that. So, as Ken has suggested already, guys, we're going to do it in the same manner. You're going to type your names in the chat box, and whatever question you're going to ask, I'm just going to unmute you, and then you can ask that question. Is that fair? I suppose everybody has already understood it, right?
Yes,
yeah.
sir.
Okay. Thank you. Priyal, you can go ahead.
Okay, sir. Hello, sir. This is Priyal Agrawal.
So,
Sir, actually, I have one question. Like each and every designer or each and every person have their own meaning of fashion. So, like, what is your? So, what do you mean by fashion? It's just about the comfort zone, comfort, or what? Like, if you're talking about me, it just only start with comfort, end with comfort. Like, but what is yours?
see, my funda of fashion is to make an impression. If you're dressing up, you need to dress to kill. Like people should look at you and say, "Wow, where is that from? What are you wearing?" Like I believe in making an impression. So that's whether it is comfortable, discomfort, I don't care, because fashion is such a quality that you have to at some point compromise. Like like for
Okay,
example, when people are doing movies, do you think Superman must have been really comfortable in his underwear outside his pant? No,
not at all.
but well, you can't do anything up today. That is a signature statement, and the whole world knows that. I mean, so whether it's comfortable or not comfortable, it made an impact, and I believe in making an impact.
Okay. Okay. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much.
You can type your name in the chat box if you want to ask any questions, and it'll be nice that we go in a systematic manner.
And guys, remember, this is going to be very interactive. Huh? I am not going to come and sit here and give whole lecture, and you guys are going to be dumb. So I want you all to ask me questions. I want you all to be interactive. And you can speak to me in Hindi and in English. No other regional languages, because I don't understand it. I mean,
Okay.
I may understand, but I might not be able to
Before
reply.
anyone else asks any question, I want to ask your experience. I am sure that you might have answered this already several times to others, but what was your experience from Big Boss season 7 to now the Big Boss? Uh, all these time things are changing, and sometimes it's for good, sometimes it's for not so good things. So how you manage all those things?
So Big Boss was one of the shows that came to me, and I had never watched Big Boss ever before. So when it came to me, I was like, "ये क्या show है? कौन देखता है?" But I was like, I don't give a damn. For me, it's my work. So whether I like it or I don't like it, I watch it or I don't watch it, doesn't really matter. For me, it's a job. So, but when I was my first season was season 7. That was when Kohar Khan won that season, and I really got excited about that show because it was such a mysterious show. Like I was one of the only 10 people in the whole world who knew the contestants' names before they could go in. So that whole secrecy, of and all those contestants had code names. We couldn't use their names in normal. So even when we were shooting on set, the amazing part about this show is that it is such a big show, and people on the set also don't know who are the contestants, because they put on masks, and their names outside their vanity is like names like Snow White, names like Tikhi Mirchi, names like Diva. So nobody knows who the names are, and when we are even on our walkie talkies, we're like, okay, Diva is ready. Diva is ready. Okay, Diva needs something. Okay, Snow White needs this. So people, whoever are hearing, don't know anything, and it gave me a certain kind of high to be part of the show, because it was really. I did not know how big the show was. It was just like one normal person doing my job, But it was fun to create characters, because then I had to work with all various people, whether somebody's a politician, somebody's a sportsman, somebody's a singer, somebody's a loser, somebody's a controversial person, somebody's a commoner, somebody's a belly dancer, somebody is पता नहीं क्या अजीब 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 टाइप के लोग, कोई 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 साधु, कोई संत, पता नहीं कौन कहाँ से आया. But I had to sit and meet all of them in secrecy. I had to, meet and take their measurements, discuss their personalities. Best part is all the audition tapes are shown to me, especially in the Commoners season, because Commoners season में क्या हो गया था, nobody knew who they were. So all the audition tapes were shown to me, like, Ken, this is our shortlisted contestants. What do you think about it? Then I had because I'm a seasoned person in the show. I actually even help in the casting. I actually even have a say in suggestions, like, oh, we should go with this contestant. This contestant is amazing. Like, for example, like when I never knew who Nikki Tamboli was, after the last season. And when I met Nikki, I was like, I called her the channel. I was like, तुम लोग ने कहाँ से ढूंढ के लेके आया इसको यार? She's amazing. I mean, as a character, as a personality, as a contestant, and so many contestants I've met, like in this all these seasons, so many personalities I've met, and some have become really good friends, like Gauhar, and so many contestants have become great friends. Siddharth obviously was always a friend, and the let me tell you one thing about Siddharth's season is that I was interviewed thrice to be a contestant on that season, but I did not take it up because I knew the show too well, and to the audience also, it would become a very controversial thing that अरे ये तो in-house designer है, show का designer है, उसको contestant कैसे लेके आए types. So Siddharth and me were so excited that we would be part of the same season, and he used to call me every day. He's like, bro, have you signed the contract? Bro, did you say yes? And I'm like, Shukla, yaar, no, I don't think. He's like, and obviously we talk very friendly, so we used to abuse each other a lot, and सब टाइप की गालियां देते थे एक दूसरे को कि कर ले यार शो, ये कर ले वो शो. So anyways, but I was, Siddharth being a very dear friend, I was obviously cheering for him to win, and he won the season. And I never knew who Shehnaz was, and and when I was given the name Shehnaz, obviously some contestants had to Google them. कि ये कौन है, ये कहाँ से है, ये कौन है, ये कहाँ से आई. So Shehnaz was exactly one of those names. कि ये कौन है भाई, I've never heard of her types. So then obviously the numbers are shared with me from the channel कि इनसे बात कर लो, इनसे बात कर लो, इनसे बात कर लो, उनसे बात कर लो. तो जब मैं शहनाज से बात कर रहा था तो I was like, ये कौन है, बहुत पूरी पंजाबन लड़की. And then she used to send me voice notes कि she never could pronounce my name also. Not a lot of people can. People call me Can, people call me Kane, people I don't know what not they call me. And she used to call me Can for a very long time, and uh, she used to send me this voice notes कि मैं बहुत मोटी हूँ और मुझे ऐसा वैसा and all of that, and I used to be like, ये कौन लड़की है. And then I met her directly during the when she had come to Bombay before they put them into the house is when I met her. And the moment I met her, it was just like such a lovely personality. Like I literally, it was like love at first sight with her. The attraction, and we got along so well. And obviously, but it was just one day that we met, and then she was put into the house, and then I met her directly at the finale, because in the finale I am put into the house, like the contestants, like I put into one secret room and with the mic and all of that, and I'm also roaming with that leather mic everywhere for 2-3 days, because the finale is something that we completely do all the various performances, the makeovers, the fittings and trials. So they can't come out of the house, so I have to go into the house. So me and my team, we go in, and the moment they get to see me, when they see me, they are like all jumping. Obviously, those are not aired on television because those are different cuts. Maybe on those live things, people have seen me and stuff like that. But it's just amazing. The show is amazing. It really makes people's lives, and it really is. People say it's a scripted show. Let me tell you one thing: it's not. It's a very analyzed show. So it's a mind game. They work with your brain, and they work with your physical strength and your mental strength. And the show is designed in that way. So Yeah, I had the most memorable moments, and there might be so many designers who do all the possible fashion weeks, and so many designers who do so many movies, but there's only one designer who does Big Boss, and that is me. एंड मुझे उसका उसका झटका बहुत लेट समझ में आया, बिकॉज मुझे कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता था, मैं तो बस अपना काम ही कर रहा हूँ. तो लेकिन हाँ, आई डू टेक अ लॉट ऑफ प्राइड फॉर बीइंग द ओनली डिजाइनर इन द वर्ल्ड डूइंग बिग बॉस सीजन व्हाटएवर नाउ. अब अगर अगर मेरी नसीब में है तो अगला सीजन भी करूंगा या नहीं. उसका तो आजकल कोई ठिकाना नहीं है. ये पैंडेमिक और कोरोना ने इतना अपना चद्दर फैलाया है कि पता नहीं चलता कि कौन क्या क्या होगा, क्या ट्रांसपायर होगा, क्या पॉसिबिलिटीज होगी. तो देखते हैं आगे आगे होता क्या.
That's amazing. Actually, we all enjoyed the whole conversation, and you were saying you didn't watch the show. Okay, so that's great. So next candidate who wants to ask a question is Jyotirmayi. Jyotirmayi, kindly unmute yourself and you can ask the question.
Good afternoon, sir. I'm Jyotirmay. I wanted to ask, what do you do when you have desire?
When I
Like, how do you deal with have some time constraints?
time constraints, that is the biggest battle of this industry, and I have mastered it. Like I said, no, for an Ambani ki wedding, I made more than 350 outfits in 5 days. So Manish Malhotra calls me up one evening and he's like, Ken, I need your help. And like, I was like, okay, Manish is asking me for help. Sounds very interesting to me. So he's like, Ken, there are these beautiful performances and dancers and dance performances at the wedding. I want you to make 24 samples if you can. So I made 24 samples in 3 days, and really elaborate samples, like beautiful couture, high fashion, Indian detailed embroidered lehengas and this and that. So obviously Manish loved the outfits, and the Ambanis also loved the outfits. And then Manish calls me up again. He's like, can you make 350 of these? I said, हाँ कभी चाहिए, कौन से महीने में चाहिए? He's like, 8 दिन में. I said, well, if you're joking, I'll get a cardiac arrest. So tell me the truth. So he's like, Ken, we have actually 5 days only because 2 दिन तो वो transport में लग जाएंगे. I was like, मजाक कर रहे हो यार आप लोग? तो बोले कि नहीं. Anyways, अच्छा खासा बिलिंग हुआ, बहुत सारे पैसे आए और हमने इम्पॉसिबल चीजों को पॉसिबल किया. ये तो बस एक चैप्टर सुना रहा हूँ. ऐसे इम्पॉसिबल चीजें मैंने लाखों की. Overnight outfits, overnight changes, unrealistic demands and numbers of outfits I have created. My team is very, very efficient, and my team, I'm nothing without my team members. From my assistants to my tailors, my master G, and everyone, and everyone loves me so much कि पूरी दुनिया का काम छोड़ के मेरा काम पकड़ लेते हैं, because उनको मेरा काम करने में मजा भी आता है. because मेरा काम का मेरा तरीका अलग है, मेरे इरादे अलग होते हैं, मेरा डिजाइन अलग होता है, मस्ती होती है, और everyone is ready to take on my work. Like it's a challenge for everyone. Like दिन रात एक कर लेते हैं और हम कर लेते हैं.
It's not about his team only. Even I would love to point out this thing. Ken treats everyone so well that they cannot deny him anything. I have seen that thing many times. Thank you so much. Thank you for your question. Next is Prachi. I would ask you to go for your question, please.
Thank you, sir. So, Ken, the question for you from me is that I really want to get into styling. After this year, I'm going to pass out. So I'm very confused as to how to start exactly on how to do. So is there any tips that you would give people like us who wants to start out styling? And I would also like to know, what is your styling philosophy?
Okay, I think Ken, I would like to say something, and that is I think उसको 2-3-4 क्वेश्चन एक साथ पूछ लिया उसने कि फिर मौका मिले ना मिले तो एक साथ पूछ लिया. Right.
Yeah, about sorry. So anyway, what I'm saying is styling begins with you. Okay. You need to experiment and style yourself first. You need to stand out yourself first. You need to not have hair or hairstyle. You don't need to have clothes, but you need to have a fashion statement. You need to have style within yourself. Once you have that, when you are walking, talking, mannequin yourself, you will make eyes turn. You will make people aware of you, your style, your statement. You will have people asking you. Once people start asking you things, अरे ये कहाँ से लिया? अरे ये कैसे किया? अरे ये कहाँ से डाल दिया? That's when you have made an impression. So you need to make an impression first, and it begins with you. It begins with how you look at things, how you put things together, and then is when you will get opportunities to style other people. So when I was in my younger days, I used to do all this atrangi stuff, and people used to like look at me. It's like, I used to wear sleeveless clothes from like I think bachpan, and I never liked sleeves, and I used to keep cutting all sleeves of all my clothes. Today I made a statement. It's my signature style. I don't have any muscle. I had no dole shole, but I still pull off a sleeveless outfit. It's the personality, it's the attitude that I carry, and that's what matters. I think you need to experiment on yourself. No celebrity or no personality is going to come to you first and say, "Oh wow, you're a stylist. Can I get this?" How do they know that you're a stylist? You need to look the part. And fashion is that very important thing. You need to look like a stylist, like a designer. You need to look like an artist. Like पहले बोलते ना, ये जो आर्टिस्ट का एक कैरिकेचर होता ना, वो लंबे बाल, झोला पकड़ना, कुर्ता पहनना, वो that is amazing, and that is the signature of an artist. Today a dentist, today a vakil looks like a vakil, a police looks like a police. And a designer and a stylist must look like a certain. We need to stand out from the janta. So how do you do that? You need to experiment on yourself first.
Okay, sir.
Thank you so much for the reply here. Next candidate is Shahrukh Ahmed.
I was going to say,
You can ask your question, Shahrukh, from sir.
Hello, sir. Thank you, sir. Sir, actually, my question was same as Prachi asked about what's his advice or suggestion you would suggest to be a fashion stylist. So yeah, I got my answer.
Yeah, I mean, just experiment on yourself and
Yeah,
हर मौके
thank you.
पे चौका मारो. Like जो भी आया सामने,
Yes, sir.
मैं पता है मेरे I tell people, मुझे लोग पूछते ना ऐसे, भाई क्या चल रहा है आजकल? मैं पता है क्या बोलता हूँ, भाई उतारना चढ़ाना. But वही होता है ना, as in you need to
Yes.
undress to redress.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. And when I say undress, it's not just outfits. You undress a personality to redress a personality. Like now, you all must be doing Shehnaz Gill, but you see the campaign that I have done with her is going to be out very soon. The world will be shocked at the kind of makeover that I have done with her. And the reason why I can do it with her is because she has 100% trust on me. वो एक सवाल नहीं पूछती मुझे बोलती है कैन तुझे जो करना है तो कर. So I have not undressed her. I have undressed her personality. So that is what you need to do as a stylist. Styling is all about personalities. You have to understand a personality. Today, when I'm styling for movies, I have to tomorrow if I get a project to make Amitabh Bachchan look like a bhikhari, I should be able to undress his personality. If I make him look like a Amir Bhikhari, I'm not done justice to my styling. So styling is not about just wardrobe. It's a personality you need to play with. And how do you change personalities? Through accessories, through clothing, through fabric, through textile. Styling is not just putting Versace, Dolce & Gabbana and fancy things and making everyone look good. That's not styling. That is fashion styling. But styling is all kinds of categories of styling. Okay.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. The next candidate is Lokita. I hope I'm
Yeah, sir.
pronouncing
Hello.
it right.
Yeah, sir. Yeah, sir. Hello, sir.
Hello.
Sir, my question is, what are you looking for in a new position? I mean, what sort of things you expect?
I want to win an Oscar award in my life for the best costume designer. That is what I want to achieve. What I want to achieve in life. लेकिन ऐसा कोई मूवी बनाना चाहिए ना इंडिया में. मुझे लगता है इंडिया छोड़ के हॉलीवुड जाना पड़ेगा.
That's a good option, actually. You
Yeah.
can try and you'll be getting better chances there.
Yeah, you never know. I'm anyway such a crazy creative person. मेरा लगता है market उधर ही है. लेकिन
That's
मेरा
great.
मेरा 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 डेस्टिनेशन शायद वो है, लेकिन मेरा रास्ता इधर से चालू हुआ है.
Right.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Next is Sheikh Mantasha. You want what is your question? You can go ahead and ask, sir. Hello.
Yes, sir. Hello.
You can go ahead.
Sir, graphic design is a different.
Okay, I think we couldn't hear your question properly. Can you repeat it?
Graphic design is a different.
Yes,
Okay.
graphic designing is a completely different field. And if you are interested in graphic design, it's one of the most amazing fields because everything in the world requires graphics skills today, and it's a very booming and it's an essential industry. Okay, so graphic design is great if you have an interest.
Okay. The next candidate is Devanshi. Devanshi, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
The question I had is, how do you deal with last minute inspirations? Like sometimes you have last minute inspirations and sometimes you find them better than your previous creations.
You know,
So
see,
you can
like
take that in.
yeah. So I'll tell you what happens is, the mind is never constant, okay? And which is great. And I think every day is not Sunday. So some days are going to be good, some days are going to be bad. But it's like for me, I breathe design, I breathe fashion. So for me it's like breathing. If you are completely of a design personality, then it's not so difficult. But if designing is a process for you, लाइक अगर तुमको लाइक डिजाइन के लिए तुमको एक लाइक लगाना पड़ता है, जैसे कि जिम जाने के लिए जिम ही जाना पड़ता है ना, जिम. आई मीन, बट इफ यू वांट टू स्टे हेल्दी, you can stay healthy wherever you are. So for me designing is like that. If I choose designing it's in my DNA, तो मैं किधर कहाँ से भी बैठ के किधर कौन सी ऊंचाई पे किधर कहाँ से भी मैं डिजाइन कर सकता हूँ. तो मेरे लिए एफर्ट नहीं है, मेरे लिए एफर्टलेस है. So you have to make it a part of your DNA. Then there's no timeline, nothing. And timeline is something when you when you establish a certain team who can provide with you together. So that is something up to you as an individual, how you are able and how you can manage to pull off things. And it's only through experience and through goodwill and through a good nature is when you are able to achieve a lot.
All right, sir. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Okay. Nikhil, are we done? Because I can only answer another 2 questions and then I have to.
Fair enough. We'll be taking 2-3 questions and we're going to reply it in shortest ever possible manner. Okay. So Neha it is. Neha, kindly go ahead quickly. Neha, can you hear me? Okay. Next candidate is Saad. Saad, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead with your question, please.
Sir, my question is, what is the most important skill to become a successful fashion designer?
Sorry, come again.
What is the most important skill to become a successful fashion designer?
The most important skill is you need to know pattern making. You need to understand garment manufacturing, garment designing, and technical things of designing. Here, people think that they can become designers without understanding patterns, but that is where their drawback is, and that is where they fail. But the most important skill for a designer is complete knowledge of pattern making, construction, and color, fabric, textiles. All this is very important. Your technical things have to be very, very strong.
Thank you so much.
Okay, Harshal, quickly, please.
Yes, sir. Hello, sir. Sir, I just wanted to ask that I'm sure that you have must be like faced some of the rejections or some comments that made you feel insulted. So I just wanted to ask that how did you deal with it?
See, fashion is such an opinionated thing. What works for you may not work for anyone. So people will always have suggestions. People will always have opinions. People will always do teen ka patch, and you think at the end of the day, you always have to be open to criticism. And I'm in an industry wherein I'm working with people to achieve a certain project. So, like sometimes I'm working on a project and my director might say, can we do something more to this? Or can we do something less to it? ज़्यादा लग रहा है. तो ये मेरा फैशन वीक थोड़ी ना है. जब मैं अपना फैशन वीक करता हूँ तो जो मर्जी आए मैं कर लेता हूँ. वो मेरा बच्चा है. That's my baby. Okay. But when I'm working on projects wherein I have to deliver a certain look, when it has got to be on the same palette as an environment or as a deliverable, then it has to be in tandem with unanimous with everything, with the hair, the makeup, the set design, the script, the character design. So there's always room, and one has to always be ready for changes and challenges, and definitely changes. Like I have done these performances, beautiful outfits and costumes for celebrities who are performing on stage, this that. But sometimes वो कपड़ा यहाँ पे अटक गया, अरे यहाँ से हाथ नहीं खींच रहा है, वहाँ से पैर नहीं फैल रहे. So these are technical things, and one has to learn technical things very importantly. So when sometimes I'm on the stage, and we are doing technical rehearsals, and this fabric is getting stuck here, fabric यहाँ से खींच गया. So I am ready with a scissor. नहीं, let's cut it. So you should be ready for that quick, smart decision of making the right move. And that's when it works, because eventually you're not designing for yourself, you're designing for somebody else. And when you're doing it for somebody else, you have to look at other people's comfort, other people's opinion, other people's interest.
Okay, thank you so much, Kin. So there are 3 more candidates. Can we take it, or shall we pass it on for the next time?
Okay, finish. Only 3 questions. Yeah.
Okay, last 3 questions, and this is Prakriti. Kindly go ahead.
Yes, sir. Hello, sir. So I just wanted to know that whenever you design any new cloth, or sir, what the thought process you put to your design whenever you design any new cloth? But I just wanted to know that only.
See, before designing anything, there's always has to be an inspiration. There's always has to be some kind of there has to be something that you lead to design. What has led to your design? There has to be a concept, and that is always there when I design. I just don't pick up a pen and paper and sketch. I need to have a material. I need to have some kind of thought, and that thought can come from anywhere.
All right, sir. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Next is Vivek. Kindly go ahead quickly.
Hello.
Hi.
First of all, very good afternoon, sir. So my question to you is, how we see the Bollywood industry is very glamorous. And if we talk about designers working over there, we see beautiful garments. But I want to know reality, are the actual things going on, whatever we see is real, or there's something different scenario behind that?
No, you will only see what you're shown. तुमने कभी सेट देखा है? सेट, कोई भी सेट? सेट के नॉर्मल, तुम गांव के मेले पे भी जाओगे ना, वहां पे कुछ थिएटर, कुछ स्टेज बना होगा, मंडप बना होगा. वो मंडप आगे से कुछ और दिखता है, पीछे से कुछ और दिखता है, और वही है रियलिटी वही है. आगे लाइट्स होती है ना, पीछे लाइट नहीं होती है. तो फोकस आगे का ही होता है, लेकिन वो आगे दिखने के लिए जो पीछे जो गड़बड़, जो पीछे जो क्रेजीनेस चलता है, वही रियलिटी है. और उसके बिना आगे कभी रौनक नहीं आ सकती.
Yes, sir. Got it. Thank you, sir.
Next, thank you so much. Next question, Kiran, kindly go ahead with it quickly.
Yes, sir. Hello, sir. So my question is not about the designing part. It's like about the marketing or promotion thing, that making the garment is like necessary, and equally the marketing is, important. How you market your product. So what is your take up on this? Because,
See,
it's equally important.
I believe that there were always designers even in the past before Instagram and Facebook and all of that rubbish. Okay, so marketing, your work should be your strength. Like today, I don't have a PR team. I have nobody who runs my marketing or PR. It's just my work. So if your work is strong, you always have some kind of, it's inbuilt marketing, no? Like nobody, I do not have any PR agency or anyone who does my marketing. Nothing. मेरा काम ही बोलता है. तो अगर तुम्हारा काम वीक है, तुमको प्रोजेक्शन बढ़ाना है, तो फिर मार्केटिंग टीम की जरूरत है. But if your work is good, you have no requirement for marketing team. It all falls in place.
Yes, sir, but there should be a way by which people should come to know about you and your work, that you do such things. So that
That's
way, I want.
That way could be anything. That way could be anything. Whether you make short films about it, whether you put it up on social media, whether you create shows, exhibitions. So there are many ways of. See, remember, is art always needs to be exhibited. So you choose your own mode of exhibition, whether it is social media, whether it is stage, whether it is concerts, whether it is movies, whether anything.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Okay, there's one more question, but we are not taking it because that was the final thing that I said. So sorry, Mehak. But Ken, thank you so much for this enlightening session. We at Silver Oak University, Silver Oak Institute of Design, would always be doing such kind of inspiring sessions with you. I suppose we would be able to get some more time from you. Thank you so much. I know you are so much busy in your schedule, but still, thank you so much for being part of this session. And guys, I suppose after such a busy schedule, if he can take out the time and at such level, he still works so much. I don't know how should I explain it to all of you, that at least just follow his example and you can go ahead with all those things in your life. Achievement is not going to be a thing that you're going to seek. Actually, it's going to come its own, right? If I'm saying it. Thank you so much. Now I'm going to pass on the mic to Ruchi so that she can tell you guys about the scholarship programs that we are having at Silver Oak University. Thank you so much, Ken.
All right, I'm going to take a leave. Bye, guys. Have a great day. Thank you, Rikhil, so much.
Thank you so much.
And stay awesome, everyone. Bye.
Ruchi, to you.
Hello, everyone. Hope you have enjoyed the session. We'll be conducting a scholarship test on 25th of July. I'll be sharing the link with you all. Kindly check that link and fill that form. I'm just sharing the link with you. I've shared that link. The scholarship test will be conducting on 25th of July. Fill that form so that we can just go through it and reach out to you people. Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much, everyone. You can take that link and use it, right? And I think we are done for this session. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you for your patience and participation.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Neha, this scholarship is for the fresher students who want to take admission into Silver Oak Institute of Design in these domains: fashion design and styling, interior design, communication design, and product design. Okay, thank you everyone. We'll be ending the session here. I suppose those who need already have got that link. Thank you.
Thank you.